Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and the Change Your Life Through Posture video series. Wow, lots of time has gone by. We are now into the last video of my pre-planned video series. It was actually supposed to be my last two videos, but because so much time has gone by, I've already accomplished both of my action steps and I'm already landed running, and I'm headed forward with the final stage of this series. So the next step should have been compound baby steps, but I've combined that with land running. Both of those videos are now one video. I'm really glad I took the time that I did to put this whole video series together, because I've learned so much in the time frame from when I started it to where I am now, and I wouldn't be able to share as much valuable information with you and things I've learned about myself. So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyhow, the compound baby steps action step that I had set up was really me taking some of my existing assets and strategizing a way to kind of give them a new approach, using all of my techniques that I created throughout the way with my video series. So the very first one that I wanted to stay focused on and wanted to share with you guys is, of course, one of my favorite projects, which is my big band Oldies CD. So I created my own CD. It was basically a cover CD, and I made it many years ago. It's something I'm incredibly proud of because of the way that I was able to create the project. I ended up recording it at a friend's house in their basement in their little homemade recording studio. And part of the challenge was, first, I spent a ton of money on putting it all together. The other part of the challenge was that my friend who was helping me with recording was very limited on time. So I had to prepare myself and have myself ready to actually go there with the goal of recording all, I think it's 11 or 12 songs, every one of my songs, but as quickly as possible because he was limited on time. So the actual CD that I have recorded is literally me recording every one but one of the songs in one continuous take. Just one shot. That was it. No enhancements. I've given a little reverb to it. But other than that, I literally nailed every single song exactly as it is without any punch-ins, except for that one song because we did it for a little bit of effect. I think it was in the Godfather theme song. Anyhow, I'm incredibly proud of that. It's very rare that you could ever get through that many songs in a row, record them nonstop, not do any punch-ins, and literally have a really good quality finished product, which I feel like it is very good. You can hear some little types of when I kind of might have had a little pitchiness in certain little songs. But again, I was crooning and bending these notes like incredibly heavily because I'm, taking basically Sinatra versions and making them work for myself. Anyhow, I'm incredibly proud of that CD. One of the things, though, that was such a challenge for me was I was always worried about recouping my money for the CD. So I had created a blockage for myself. It was always like, well, I'm protecting my CD so nobody can just download it for free. I want to get my money back. I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy. I deserve to be paid for this, which is true. And I'm glad that I thought that when I did. But now that I've learned so much and I'm really starting to apply all of my techniques to my entire world, one of the most amazing things I've decided was, why not flip this, flipping my thoughts using that other technique? Why not flip it and now decide, let's give it away? It's older, it's run its course. Why not just give the entire digital CD away? So that's what I've now decided I'm going to do as one of my compound baby steps. What makes it compound is you take the baby step, which is something that you don't have to walk very far out of your comfort zone. You don't have to give up everything just to pursue this next step. Part of what I wanted to impress upon those who are watching and for myself was I need to make a change if I want my life to change. So this was incredibly important for me to take that reverse vision of where I want this CD to go. So now I'm literally offering it completely free for anyone who's interested. All I'm asking you to do is simply meet my CD challenge that I put down in the description section of this video. And it's very simple. It's basically just subscribing to the YouTube channel and leaving some comments, picking like 3 of my actual songs, because I've got all the songs, or my goal is to have all of my songs by the time you watch this from the CD on my channel for free. But if you want the entire CD, you can download the entire thing simply by following my action steps that are down below. And it's very simple. You're gonna just join my mailing list after you've made some comments and stuff, and then I'll send it to you. So I'm excited about that. I think that's one way of actually gaining more exposure for myself, being appreciated for what I'm really capable of. The ability to have landed these notes and sung these songs that are incredibly challenging for any singer, with the amount of breath control that I carried through it, the amount of feeling that I was able to get into the song, all of these things that are something that takes years and years and years to perfect. All of that time's been put into it. So hopefully you can hear and appreciate what I've done with that. And if you want the entire CD, digital download, go for it, okay? That's the first thing that I've decided. So that's gonna be part of what my new push is, to get myself out there a little more. That's the whole objective, of course, is to get back into the entertainment world. So the second thing that I've done is, or that I've realized, is the factor that I'm a musician as well, in that I write songs. You know, I played the trumpet for many years. I never had any way of accompanying myself while I was singing. But even then, I was able to create and write a lot of my own original songs. And I haven't put any of those originals out. So part of my next compound baby step is I want to put my music out there. I've written 4 country songs. I'm not even a country singer, but I'm going to be a country singer when I put those songs out there. So I've actually bought a guitar, which you can see in the background there, and I'm going to teach myself how to play the guitar. And then I'm going to take the power in my own hands and flip my scenario once again, and be able to accompany myself and put any song that I want out there. I'm going to do some more covers. I'm going to do a version of like more almost pop style versions of big band oldies, incredible songs, material that can be changed slightly in its style and still be incredibly appreciated. And then as I keep growing by learning the guitar, I'm going to start putting out my original songs. And that's my hope, is to have an entire channel full of my own original songs and get those out there as well. So I'm excited about that. That's my next compound baby step that I'm going to put out there. The other one was that I had written my own musical comedy. Now I was in a show called Forever Plaid at the Flamingo in Las Vegas. They had an 8-year run. I was in the last couple years of it. It was very exciting. It's another one of those things that I literally manifested for myself. I started doing all this positive thought process, and magically within like a week, I suddenly was cast in the same show that I had been trying to get in and hadn't gotten in before that. There's a lot of long history on that. I'll share that sometime in another video. But when I did this show, I had already started on my own musical comedy that I had thought of, that I called the 4 Crooners. And if you know Forever Plaid, it's a 4-part musical comedy, tight, close-knit harmony performance with 4 guys. And it's an amazing show. It's very fun. But I had written my own musical comedy originally in the visions of being able to do this many years later that would showcase 4 talented guys that are in their prime years, further up in like their 50s and higher. There are very few musicals that are written for 4 older gentlemen. So I was excited about that, and I started on it. It got put on the shelf. Things got put aside because I ended up joining a doo-wop singing group called the Chaperones. We actually took over for the original Chaperones that were famous back in the early 1960s. They had this amazing, I believe it was a 1 million selling single called Cruise to the Moon. So I was a part of that. It was exciting, but then my musical comedy took a little sidestep from it. And then I never really got it going again. So I have another asset. Here I am with an asset. Well, what's my twist? I now need to start finding a producer. I need to find an accompanist, a musical director, and an arranger for the songs. I have all the songs. They're they're prior songs that are existing oldies songs, but I haven't really written the arrangements. So I need somebody to write the arrangements. So by me just putting this out there and talking about it, I'm hoping that those of you out there who hear this might have some friends that are arrangers that might be interested in collaborating. So I'm just going to put it out there, send it out to the universe. I'm going to get out of the way. And then if it comes my way, I'll just keep watching for signs that the universe is responding and bringing me those things. So that's 3 things going on. And then my final one, which of course was one of my main goals, was I wanted to get back in some facet within the movie industry, because I am passionate about movies as much as I am about musicals and singing. I was able to do one film in Los Angeles when I was living there, and it was called Phil. It was a student film that I was cast as the lead in it, and my character Phil was agoraphobic, so it was fear of open spaces and public places. I got to study the guy that it was written about. He actually took me outside to have a panic attack, for him to have a panic attack, so that I could understand what it was like. And it helped me tremendously in portraying that character with such honesty and just such a wealth of truth. So what was exciting about it was I actually got to go to a showing of it. It was literally about 300 or 400 people, I think. It was a lot of people. And it showed at AFTRA in Hollywood, or near Hollywood. Anyhow, it was really exciting to be in the audience watching myself and watching all these reactions that people had to me. And I'm going to put a little clip of the video out there also in my behind the scenes maybe, because it was very exciting to know all of my choices as an actor truly worked. So for me, it didn't matter that it wasn't a major motion picture film. It was a student film, but it also had quality to it. And one of my challenges have been with like student or short films. A majority of them that you see are kind of shortchanged. They just don't have the quality of the actors, maybe because of their budget or whatever. The writing is not the most fantastic stuff. And it's always been a challenge for me. So I looked at that recently and I was just like, okay, well, this is something that bothers me. I watch these and I'm like, these are terrible, or they're really not up to par. How can I make a difference? And how can I flip this to my advantage? Right? So what I decided was, okay, I'm going to get back into the film industry by doing short films. You know, the greatest part about short films is they can go to the film festivals and you can get recognized from that. So why not bring the talents that I have, all the training that I have. I'm a graduate of the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. I had a 2-year certificate of completion from that. And that qualified me in acting, singing, dancing, all of that, you know, like a full rounded actor. And it was exciting for me. They sent me to Paris for 6 weeks. I've had an incredible run as an actor. You know, I've done shows in New York City. I've done shows in California. I've done a lot of shows here on the Strip. This is the next step for me. I really feel like is, you know, and I planted that seed and I said, well, I really need to find like a short film that's going to go to the film festivals. I really want one that I can get to star in. And I figure I have a better chance of getting back into the industry since I've been away from it for so long by entering that way. And at the same time, I can bring really quality acting to a new project. If I can find a well-written project, you'll get to see in my behind the scenes the miracle of this powerful thought process that I've created for myself, because I literally manifested the entire project for myself. And the circumstances that brought it there just prove that as long as you stay focused on what you want and you kind of get out of the way and then you start looking for results, that the universe is bringing it to you, it's a really powerful set of techniques that I feel like I've created especially for myself, and I'm living by them now. I'm really proud of everything I created in my video series. So what's cool is I through a series of events that took place locally without me having to change anything in my life. I didn't have to drop everything and go, okay, I want to be an actor again, so I now just need to stay hungry and just give up everything. My goal is to not have to give up anything, just add to what I've already built. I think a lot of people feel that that's what they have to do, is give up everything and stay focused, and that's the only way to go there, is be really hungry. I don't agree with that. I've accomplished a lot of things, and the whole time I've been able to work a regular job. But my goal will be to get away from a regular job eventually, and I can do it in my own time frame. I can do it in my own pacing. I can do it in my own way. Creating my own songs is taking advantage of the things that I do best, not fit into someone else's mold. The movie that I just manifested for myself, which is a short film called Forgiving Retribution, I'm going to be playing the lead in it. It's going to the film festivals. Not only did all of that happen, this is going bye-bye, more than likely. I'm pretty sure about it. There's a whole funny story about that in the behind the scenes video as well. But I also got from them authorization that I can bring my video equipment with me and literally record documentary style everything that I'm doing in the film. So I can record my entire journey, which is exactly, if any of you have watched my video series, the very first 2 videos, one of those I say, I want you to come with me. I want to take you with me on my projects. I want you to see what it's like for me as I succeed as a performer and get closer to my goals. They literally gave me the okay to bring my video series right onto the set and share that with them, or share them with my video series. I even inspired them to want to create their own little documentary style behind the scenes. So the power that I created just from that one specific isolated thought of knowing that this is what I wanted for myself, not knowing that I was actually manifesting it the whole time. When I finally realized I had fully manifested it, I was just like, I don't believe all the things that actually I checked off of my entire list of goals that I wanted for that one project. So it's already happening. I've already landed running. This is June of 2024, so that tells you how long it's been. But I'm now prepping for the movie that we expect to shoot it sometime in July, close to my birthday, which will be fun. And after 2.5 years, this is pretty much going to go away, and I get to go back to just who I was before I started this physically, but with a whole different mindset, a whole different understanding of how the universe works, of how manifesting works, you know, and I did it all through my own video series. So I'm extremely proud of where I'm headed with this. I'm dropping a little more weight so that I can feel good for the video. There's a bunch of behind the scenes videos that you guys can check out if you're interested. I just wanted to give you an update of where I have landed with all of this. I'm still working on the physical posture. You know, that was the catalyst that started all of it, but then I parlayed it into the mental posture, the thought process, and I have successfully changed all of it. I have such an enriched life right now. You know, I'm still always going to be dealing with my loss in my life, having lost my mom, things that will still come back and not haunt me, but remind me to stay humble about who I am as a human being, yet still encourage me to move forward. The movie is insane if you see the connections, you know, the fact that I'm portraying a doctor who has doctor's remorse, which is the one thing that's been missing out of my life. When I lost my mom, I feel the doctors didn't show an ounce of remorse. So I get to portray what I needed from them by being them. That's crazy. And all of that's wrapped into my goal of putting a video, getting into a movie. So it's just, I don't even really have words sometimes when I think about how amazing it's been. So I'm really excited about it. You know, my coworkers are excited to see how I do with it. it's just been an incredible journey for me. And so now I have landed running. I'm at the end of the pre-planned part of my video series. From this point on, it's just gravy. I'm just going to keep sharing with you guys my successes and the things that I've managed to manifest for myself. And I'm going to continue to manifest before your very eyes. I'm going to continue to follow through with the goals that I just set with myself. And right here in this video, and talk to you about, I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to make all this happen, and I feel like I'm very focused, and I'm excited about you coming on the journey with me. I really want to be able to share this message with as many people as I can, that you can change your life through posture. You simply have to change the way you look at things, and that comes from you. It has to come from you, from the inside. All right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.